Another Mr. Big one today. Paul Gilbert is such a great player. Anything he does, he's got a level of trickiness, level of difficulty, right? This is one of the probably most well-known songs off their second album, Lead Into It, and it is Green Tinted 60s Mind. There's another video, a link down below to sort of the performance. There's tab on screen there. On this video, I'm going to talk through some of the past, but I'm going to assume you're looking at the tab if you do pick it up. Links down below. Thank you very much. It does help the channel out. Okay, I've got a Marshall sort of sound. I think it's in the fractal today. I think it's actually a Friedman, but it's that Marshall sort of sound. Just a little bit of chorus, not as much as their first album, definitely, but I've got a little bit on there and just a touch of delay. All right, we're in standard tuning, key of E. Let's start with that intro tapping lick. All right, definitely not easy, especially for me. I'm not a tapper, sort of at all, but this much distortion, it's quite fast, and you're moving around a little bit and doing some slides while tapping with your right hand or your picking hand if you're left-handed. So you really need to watch your muting with your right hand. A little bit on the left as well, but you're going to have to watch the muting or there's going to be noise everywhere. So I'm going to, again, sort of all the exact notes are in the tab. I'll play it slowly and then we'll break it down just a little bit. Okay, that's it. It's hard to play. He starts off, I think he starts off differently than he plays it because it's a repeat. But he starts off on the B string on that 5th fret. And even that, to play cleanly, you need to be muting the strings adjacent to that. So it's the G string above it and the high E underneath it. But it's all hammer-ons and pull-offs, except for the first note that you strike. Okay, and then you're... So that part already is tricky, okay? Right, the piece after that. You've got a 2 up to 4 slide on the G string. Then high E. Hammering on again, 5 and 7. Again, look at the tabs there. But now you're about to bring in your right hand. This is the tricky part. Okay. So you have to move your picking hand from the 12th fret up to the 17th. Then as you move your tap from the 12th to the 17th fret, and you were hammering on 5 and 7, you have to move your left hand up to hammer on 10 and 12. So there's some hand movement and your eyes are looking in between left hand, right hand. The good news is once you get to here, your tapping finger staying on 17. There's one part that comes down to 16, but apart from that, so you can then just look at your left hand there. All right, so from that part. Okay, we've been up to 10, 12, and now we're going back down to 7, 5. Okay, now this next part is the hardest part I find muting-wise, because your right hand, any sort of movement on the strings there, can give you noise. Bringing in a gate, it's too aggressive. It doesn't feel natural to play. So it's just, you really got to practice it. Okay, so from that part. So you're hammering on 12, sliding it up to the major 3rd, 16th fret, and then back down. Okay, now when you come to the repeat, instead of it's... Okay, so it's just sort of a different way to do it. I really think he starts on the B string in the intro. Okay, so that is that intro. It is tricky, it's fast, you've really got to look between sort of left hand, right hand, and the main thing is you got to watch the muting, particularly when you're doing that slide. Okay, that part there. All right, then we're into the verse. Gets a little bit easier there. Let's take a look at that. Okay, the verse, we've got these little dyads there. Okay, I think E major to an E sus to a sort of a D5 to an E5. If I was playing the full chords, I might be thinking this. Okay, but he's only just playing the little 2 notes there at a time. So we're starting on the 9th fret, G and B. Okay, again, check the tab out there. So you're outlining an E to an E sus. What's the E in between? The first part there is just the top of a D5. And then an E5 chord, but he's playing the high strings open. Okay, and then we come to sort of, I suppose, kind of like an E, I suppose, on an F sharp to an F sharp minor, but then arpeggiate down the string. Kind of a B minor 7 there. To an A5 there, and then you're coming into that E power chord with the high strings open. And then that's the verse there. Okay, so coming into that verse. The only whammy bar sort of in the song is sort of when he hits these harmonics. Paul Gilbert isn't a big whammy bar player at all. So live, I've never seen him with a whammy bar live. Maybe he bends the neck or just doesn't do it at all. But anyway, so you're playing that E chord, and then you're playing natural harmonics, 12th fret, the B and high E. And then sort of dip 3 times with the bar. Okay, and this next part, you've got a D chord shape and move it up 2 frets. So you're up at E. Okay, watch my right hand there. Okay, back to that E. Second time he does it, I think it's kind of the only time in the song where he doesn't dip with the bar. Okay, then we go into that pre-chorus. Goes like this. It's really, really nice. Okay, so think an E chord shape. Okay, and you want the top of it laying your notes down the 9th fret there. But you want the D note, 10th fret on the bottom string in the bass there. So you flatten your first finger down, okay, and then put your second finger on. But you want the E sus, so you need to put your third finger in there. It's a little bit of you're jamming your fingers in there. But you've kind of got 10, 9, 9, 10, okay? You're going to hit it 3 times, all down strokes, and then you're going to release your third finger, like an E sus, down to an E. Okay, pumping on the bass note. Move down, same thing, but move the bass note down to a C sharp, 9th fret. So you have to move your first finger with your third finger. Okay, keep laying your fingers down on that 9th fret, and now move your bass note down to a 7. Two hits there, and then a D. Move up 2 frets, flatten your third finger down 12. Now we're into the chorus. Okay, chorus. I played 100%. I played differently to Paul Gilbert. He has ginormous hands. You know, I've got kids' hands compared to his, so I can't use my thumb the way he would. And on this neck, the Ibanez sort of wizard necks are a bit wider as well. Your mileage may vary. So you're playing the same part, the same chord on top, but you need to have your bass note ascend. So I have to use different fingers, and it looks kind of a bit, complicated. He just uses his thumb. So if you can do that, do that. Here's the chorus. Okay, so you are playing an E power chord on the D string, 2nd fret. And the high strings are open. Okay, and your bass note is the one that's moving. Now that part there, he will just do with his thumb. I can almost get it. Yeah, my hands are too small. So if you can do it with your thumb, just do it there, and then you're going to bring your 3rd finger up there. So just that second one that's tricky. But you're moving the bass note from the open E to the F sharp, 2nd fret, and then 3rd finger on the G sharp, the 4th fret. That part there, harmonic 7th fret, A and D, and then 12, B and E. Then we're up to C sharp minor 7. We've played this shape before. That's a beautiful one. So you're playing C sharp, move your bottom finger down to the 7, and then we're playing this one. It's 6. Skip the A string, 6, 6, and then 0, 0. Arpeggiate down the open E, and then the G and D strings. Check the tab there. The first time he does it, the rhythm is different to the next 2 times he does it. It's a minor change, but anyway. Then an A5, B5, and then we're back to that sort of intro as we lead into the verse. All right, and that is that's the rhythm guitar part. That's all the rhythm guitar parts. Let's have a quick look at the solo. Okay, on the solo, I kicked on a boost pedal, which I don't have on now, but and I added just a little bit of delay. Now, on the studio recording, there's 2 guitars there. Definitely, there's the solo guitar, and then there's sort of another rhythm guitar that's doing some high chordal stuff as well. So it's tricky to choose what to play there. There's one part that's definitely on the studio version that I don't see him play live. He does it with dyads, 2 notes at the same time. On the studio recording, definitely, but live he only ever does a single note, but it's a minor idea. Okay, so let's look at the first part of the solo. Again, we're in E major, so he's really, I suppose, playing the E major. Okay, really nice to bring in the open strings like he does there. Now the dyads come in. Okay, then the dyads come in, and he's going to move down with his thumb on the 9th fret to C sharp minor. And that bend up to the E, 15th fret up to the E, gives it a more of a Mixolydian sound than a strict major scale sound. Okay, then you've got to hit an artificial harmonic, which is always kind of tricky there, but it's on that 13th fret. Just bring in the D, the open D, right? Okay, again the tab. Watch the tab for those exact notes. And now this part, again, is using his monster hands moving down the bass note. As I said, I don't have as big a hands, so I can't play it the way he does it. Essentially, he's playing these 2 notes. Okay, 9 and 8, and bringing on the 9 on that G string. But the bass note is... Okay, that's what the bass is descending, and he brings most of those in on his solo. So I play it this way. Going down that way, okay? Open A string. And then it's down to G sharp minor. So I switch from the low bass note up to the D there. I think he's actually using his thumb. Kind of like that. Again, I can't do it that way. But on the studio recording, I don't know if he's actually done it with two guitars or with one. And then that last part. That kind of idea again. Check the tabs. Okay, Paul Gilbert, Green Tinted 60s Mind. It is tricky. Not a super overdriven sound, but a Marshall sound will get you in the ballpark. The tapping part, you really, as I said, you got to watch that muting. It is super tricky, but he's a great rhythm guitar player. I love the first couple of albums. There's some great guitar parts. Anyway, good luck. See you next time.